Всім привіт, друзі! Сьогодні буде надзвичайно цікаве відео. Покажу, як в Новій Зеландії виглядають free-range курячі ферми. Бачите, Poultry farm. Ця ферма, тут 130 курей. Вони випасаються круглий рік на траві. І дивіться, такий переносний будиночок буде. І сьогодні я вам все покажу і розкажу. І також фермер вам виступить з інтерв'ю, розкаже про цю свою ферму. Тому, будь ласка, дивіться це відео до кінця, поставте вподобайку, розлогий коментар на цей перший україномовний YouTube канал. Підпишіться на нього. Ціную підтримку кожного з вас, друзі. Ось вони утримуються в таких будиночках переносних, які там, коли вони випасають цю траву навкруги, переставляються в інше місце і так по кругу. Також на траві вони підкормлюються. Корм зараз це покажемо вам в цьому відео. От фермер все розкаже, як він робить. Дивіться, бачите, вийшов, зразу за ним вони йдуть, ці кури. Ось Джекоб підкормлює їх трішки, бачите. Перший раз таке бачу яблуками. І вони, до речі, їдять, каже, це допомагає травленню. І їдять ще яблучка, коли на трави. Бачите? Це для мене була новина, дивіться, що робить. Збиває і кидає їм яблуко. Це несучки. Дивіться, як їдять яблучка. Ті кури.
So welcome to the Ubuntu Grow, small enterprise, small business on chickens. These are pasture free range eggs chicken. So I move them around, I rotate them every 2-3 weeks. So as you can see, they've almost eaten most of the grass. So they are due to move. They ate that grass there. They finished that pasture, which we started from that end where we are at the thistles. So they're gonna move back to eat that grey grass there after they finish that pasture, and they'll come back here when the grass is green. And previously there used to be where we have the maize crop here. This is maize, which is another small research trial I'm doing for seed production. This crop is grown in the tropics, mostly in the hot countries. It's called Zea maize. So I've done it, this is the third time. So I'm growing as a seed crop. I've winter cropped as a regenerative agriculture system, minimum tillage, and then no chemical spray, no fertilizer, it's just organic, and just to see the impact it will make. So I've got the beans, which are nitrogen fixing plants, and they have the maize, which is dependent on maize. Also the canopy will help reduce the weed population to stop spraying the weeds. Yeah. Chickens, they normally eat two things. Mainly is I give them supplements, free range pellets, which I get to them. Then also depend on pasture to help them with the egg quality, and they scavenge for more worms and the scratching on the ground to get more stuff they want to eat. Like I just give them some fruit to help them with the digestive system, instead of buying apple cider and the other mixed stuff from the shops recommended by the veterinaries. But I try to be more organic by giving them more of the fruit. And if the egg quality is the shell quality is not very strong, any eggs we pick, broken eggs, if the egg is broken, I break them and give to the chickens as source of calcium than buying the shells to give them to help improve the calcium. But instead I give them their broken eggs as part of organically grown at the property.
How many chicken do you have?
Currently I have 100 chickens, and we're trying to scale up once we get permit from MPI in terms of permission to be able to have more than 100 chickens. We have 200-300 that will help increase. We've seen the trend income-wise and the animal production, in terms of egg production and animal health. So we're able to get that permit, so that we'll be able to increase. Currently we have 100, but we have zero mortality rate. no sicknesses, no injuries, no attacks from rodents or from other pests, and also biosecurity. The fence, electric fence, so you're able to move them from one place to another. The chickens are very polite. They are very interesting animals. I tell them, you can see, if I tell them sit, they'll sit down. Yeah, so they get fed about 1,300 grams, 130 grams per day per chicken. So I don't just depend on that, because I need to calculate how much pasture they're eating versus the supplements they're giving them for egg production. But all in all, being able to save money, minimal in terms of import, in terms of feed import, it's very minimal. We buy every 2 months, we buy 2 tons of feed, which is cheaper and also affordable, and the chickens are able to feed themselves. There's no cannibalism, there's no infighting. The chickens are able to wander themselves. They're very easy to move. One-man job, which is not hard to move, but the equipment needs more improvement, which was another goal which I need to work on.
Thank you. Okay.
Sit. If you can say sit, they'll sit. Sit. So the chickens normally sit down, and you can pat them. They are very polite chickens. It's all about how stockmanship, you spend time with the chickens, because if you don't spend time with the chicken, they are scared. They don't know how to react with you. So that's the most important thing, is the hens, the relationship you have with them. If you don't have a good relation with them, they don't listen to your voice, they don't hear you. You don't spend time with the hens or animals, they really don't know you. So the more you spend time with them, they're able to know you and listen to your voice, and the behavior is very different. As you can see, this girl,
Very friendly.
she's very, very polite, because she knows that I'm here. I'm not here to intimidate them. I'm here to spend time with them, and some they are coming. Every time I'm coming through, they're all rushing to welcome me. It's the behavior of animal behavior and the animal management, in short. Yeah.
Thank you.
And eggs as part of Pasture, I know how to call them, and they know me. When I lift the arm, chicken, chicken,
Oh, wow.
chicken. You can see they're all coming.
Yeah,
Chicken.
and they come to you.
Chicken. Yeah. Sit. 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 Good girl. Sit. Good girl. The most important thing why I rotate the chickens from one place to another is pasture management. As you can see here, they sleep here at night themselves. I don't tell them what to sleep. They sleep inside or outside. When it's raining, they go inside. In the day they come out. So we're going to move from here, because it's a pasture management and soil management, because we're trying to avoid the high nitrogen leaching into the soil, and also diseases for the chicken not to eat the rubbish they eat, they get sick. So rotating them helps to improve the soil quality, and then it improves the pasture management. The pasture grows because we don't have to spend time cleaning manure. The chickens drop manure everywhere, so there's less work to be done. And the other indication is the movement of hens from one place to another, is that you can't see flies. That's another way of controlling diseases build up. And if there's high, in terms of a lot of rain, soil erosion, that doesn't have an impact on here, this system, because it's not in one place. We keep moving, rotating from one place to another. That is where the soil is kind of being improved and looked after, because we are not keeping animals at one place to avoid all the leaching, and in terms of overstocking is not good as well.
Thank you.
So this is a simple makeup for the chicken coop inside. These are drinking water. It was yesterday we gave them clean water or cleaned up fresh water that we gave them every time they finish. It's all clean. The reason why we have these pallets is to stop the winds. If your wind come, to stop this shelter blowing out. We never had any issue. Whenever we have strong winds, because we have pallets and water, doesn't move anywhere. And then this is a simple setup. This is the nest box, which was just made instead of buying. As you can see, there are eggs here. If you come down here, there are chickens laying eggs. There are chickens there. They are all laying eggs inside. Once they lay the eggs inside there, the eggs slide off to this end.
And you just pick up, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
So here are the eggs. This place will be cleaned soon. So I do clean that once a day. So the match will be cleaned. So I'll pick those eggs. So they get laid all over here. We pick twice a day.
Oh, nice.
And then some eggs, they're at the back this side here. Chickens like laying on the ground. Some prefer. So as I said, apart from those pallets, this heavy pallet helps to hold this chicken coop down to stop the wind blowing. There are no pitches, but they do have enough movement freedom, because the more they move, the better for their well-being. They are not being fat. That's the good thing about a free-range pasture chicken, because they have a choice to move and play around rather than being stuck in one place. One thing I noticed was during bird flu outbreak, we tried to put the hens in one place, and then they struggled to stay inside because they're not used. Why? You'll be able to experience things like egg bound. The chicken just lays the egg or fails to lay the egg and just dies right there instantly. So these eggs, they've just been laid this morning. They're not that bad. If they are too bad, we throw them away because they're not good for human consumption. Based on the food safety with the MPI. And then this is the chicken feed. So you can see there's hardly any chickens here eating because they are all outside. Just as I said, having pasture and supplement, to spend less on supplement because you have pasture. So we don't put feed on the ground to stop rodents and any other pests. So we put in this feeder. Whenever they come and drink, eat here. Why the chicken feed is inside and outside is also biosecurity. Because we put outside, we are going to attract wild birds to come and eat the chicken feed, which will bring diseases. So managing disease and biosecurity, the chicken feed is the best put inside, which will avoid rodents and other necessary pests. That's why even the water is inside. We avoid to attract wild birds. So this is one meant for chickens. No other animals coming to share the food and water with them.
Yes.
Until we are ready to pick up the eggs, we come back. We just leave them here for the other chickens to keep laying. And then we pick up later this morning. And then lunchtime, and then evening, that's it. So mostly the most pick-up time is morning, lunchtime, and evening. So those bags were 4 bags yesterday, 20 kg each, 25 kg each. So this will be filled in the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
So I mostly eat grass, yeah?
A lot of grass. Yeah, you see the behavior when I move the grass.
Okay.
Yes. So I'll move them here. So when I move the fence, so this takes me about 2-3 hours when I'm moving the fence and the chicken coop. Just the fence itself doesn't take a lot of time, but when I'm moving all the equipment, it does take a bit longer. And when I move this, after that I turn on the power just to stop the chickens going astray. Yeah. So it has been, I don't have any problem with the chickens staying inside. They never move out. If you move out could be 1 or 2 chickens. Mostly they stay inside, eat all the pasture. Like I said, so comes to pasture management and soil management as well, and disease and pest control. So this coming weekend, the chickens will be moving where we have green grass. As you can see, how they are enjoying eating the
New grass, yeah.
grass because it's green already here where they used to be. So they love it when it's green, rather than being inside just eating pellets or the supplements, so to say. So I do this just to avoid the leaving gaps so they don't go astray. Love the pasture, and some they're still on the apples. So I mix the apples, pasture, and especially when it's this time of the year, there's fruit. We get to them, give fruit maybe once or twice a week, but don't give them too much sugar, which is sucrose from fruit, to avoid the impacting on the egg quality. But it helps the system. But we give them minimal rather than giving them too much of that fruit because it's full of sugar.
Nice.
Yeah. With regards to the pricing in New Zealand, obviously being small and trying to penetrate the market, I'll try to be more competitive, especially with egg. This system for egg production, the egg normally costs over $1 per egg, which is normally free-range pasture. We are looking at $12 a dozen. We try to stay competitive, and it's all about affordability. It's not about just making money. Yes, for the egg price in the supermarket is normally over $1, about $1 and few cents per egg. So in the supermarket, it's $12 a dozen. With the system of free range, bunny eggs, they are cheaper than the free range pasture eggs. So we try to be more competitive by offering a cheaper, affordable price at $8 a dozen. And mostly we do a drop off to our customers at no cost to keep our customers in terms of customer retention. And if you look at the egg price, what we sell and the feed quality, the feed cost it's not expensive for us. We spend $600 for a ton of our feed, and the chickens are able to make about $600 a week. So if we take out the expenses and the profit, we're still in profit to be able to be in terms of continuity, sustainability, in terms of business sustainable and the continuity of the business. And sometimes weather like this, it does impact on egg production. When it's too hot, the chicken don't like laying much eggs. So it's a give and take. How it's about you can't control external factors. You have to deal with what you have. So we have a lot of pressure in terms of meeting the demand, but we try to do the best we can. You can come out, you can see it properly. As you can see, these are pinto beans, normally tropical beans, and these are zea maize, which are grown in Africa, America, because the temperatures are very hot, and South America. But in New Zealand, normally can be grown in the North Island, not in the South Island. But I've done this is the 3rd time. So I'm trying to expand the seeds. Once we get more seed here, I'm looking at 20 kg of seed from zea maize, and looking at another 20 kg of pinto beans, which will help increase the production next year on a large scale. One is there is high demand for migrants from overseas, not Western countries, but non-Western countries, because this mostly eaten food in terms of sticky maize, of the maize flour in Africa, Southern Africa, and the roasted from China as well, Korea. We eat the most of this. There's a lot of need, and also pinto beans. These why I'm intercropping, like I said, is regenerative agriculture. These are nitrogen fixing plants. whereas these more dependent on the beans. And also the advantage of doing intercropping is trying to avoid weeds. So these beans, they act as a canopy to stop the weed population. And with the maize growing, they won't impact on the beans because the beans will still have enough sunlight where the maize will grow taller. And then in the middle there, the beans will spread to stop the weed population. So it's a win-win situation. Also, the biggest factor is the ground, because the soil is being managed regeneratively. We're not using fertilizer, so we're improving the soil quality to be farmed in the future. Also showcasing that you can farm in the current situation with the climate change. Normally this crop, yes, it's irrigated, but it's once a week. We don't irrigate every time, it's once a week. And mostly rain-fed, as you can see, it's green compared to the other crops. And if you look at some of the beans, which was very interesting, so they already started flowering. So these are flowers. So we need to attract more bees here. So the flowering and the leaf quality, it's amazing to see the size of the leaf for each crop. They are big leaves, which I never expected, and why we need more bees for pollination. We have the clover over there, which will attract more bees to come into this crop. So about working with nature rather than against nature. If you look here, there's mushroom. This mushroom compost, they came from one of my colleagues. He grows mushroom. So I put mushroom on the ground as part of nitrogen, and the mushroom's growing, which they are eatable. So we're going to harvest this mushroom for consumption. So we're still growing mushroom while growing other crops. And then we have another trial of sorghum. This is sorghum. I'm trying to increase the price, the seed as well for sorghum. First time I'm doing sorghum in New Zealand. So hopefully you can get a few seeds from sorghum, then regrow sorghum at some later stage. Sorghum is also human consumption and animal feed. And this crop maize, it won't be just for human consumption. It can also go for animal feed, because the kernels, they are quite huge, like a forearm when I produce. That's what I'm anticipating. I hope when we come towards the fruit coming on the plant, we'll be able to do another evidence to show that you see how it's grown and the size of the kernel. When I talk about animal feed, you can see this was broken by the wind yesterday. If you look at the quality of the forage of this, it's very good forage for animal if you want to do stock feed as silage rather than grains. So if you look at that, it's very palatable, and it increases in terms of nutrients for animals, especially for dairy and beef or any livestock being farmed. So this could be a good way of transforming this into silage or animal feed. It's very healthy, it smells nice, it's very palatable for animals as well. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to this recording and what I do. Of course, we can do another part 2 of where we are and the crop when it's ready to harvest, and when the chickens are also moving, we'll be able to showcase more information. Thank you.